What's your favorite pizza place?
Well, that's tough because, you know, you got your spots that are like local to you that you're loyal to that are different than like best.
A lot of fans enjoyed the fact that in your Instagram account, you had your baseball savant link.
Yeah.
And I noticed you went baseball reference on us.
I should have kept both, I guess.
You can,
I don't
you know.
You know, baseball savant's showing, you know, one set of information and baseball reference is showing something different. So I just wanted to put that up there. I thought it would be funny to switch it up.
So you're really into photography. Can you take a picture of us?
A picture of you guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Tell us
we're a new
what to do.
podcast, Adam. We're trying to launch.
Tell us what to do. Like, give us directions.
What should I do with my hands?
That's not my type of.
How's the background looking?
My type of thing. Good. I see Pete over there taking ground balls.
Thanks for meeting us at the Apple. I'm Vito Calisi. That's Jonathan Barron. And we're back from the West Coast.
You're back.
The Mets are back.
The Mets are back. Vito, I want to go a little ESPN 30 for 30 here.
Okay.
Dun, dun. You know the jingle?
Yeah, but don't.
No?
Don't.
The AI is going to get us on that?
Yeah, don't. It'll get taken down.
Okay. I won't. What if I told you after an 0-5 start, the Mets would return to Citi Field on April 26th with a 13-11 record? What if I told you after the 0-5 start, the Mets would go out west to a road trip that many circled through Dodger Stadium and San Fran and would go 3-3 on that road trip? Would you sign for that?
100%.
Well, that's where we're at right now.
Yeah.
That's where we're at right now.
Before they left for the West Coast trip, everybody was saying, all the fans on Twitter were saying, you know, if the Mets come back with a 500 West Coast trip, everything's good. But then I think the fans got greedy.
We do.
After the Dodgers, after they won the first trip from the Dodgers.
Give me 5 or 6.
They wanted 6. They wanted 2 sweeps.
Yeah.
But like this is what literally we were asking for, is like a good case scenario to return to. And more important than that, they played good baseball.
They did. I mean, look, you know, there were a couple games that were a little late for people on the East Coast.
Is that this series we're talking about now? Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, I mean,
dude, do you know how hard it was for me to go from
LA, get jet lagged, and then come back?
Not only that, but I got very used to the start times,
like 4 o'clock times, or for you 7 local, but
for me 7 local. But like I got used to like, I wasn't staying up. Like they were on this road trip, and I wasn't staying up to watch the games. It was just natural time.
Right. Yeah.
Dude,
did you stay up for every game?
I did.
Don't lie to me.
I swear to you, I
did.
Yeah.
You're a lunatic.
Dude, I stay up for this is what I do. Every time the Mets go west, I always go. I'll stay up for like 2-3 innings, and then I don't go to bed. It was only 2, but remember, it was only 2 night games for me.
I know. Well, see, I didn't because I had a little bite taken out of me. Let me pass you over a little piece of a little matzah here. The Satyrs took a bite out of me, so I wasn't able to stay up for all the games.
Well, remember my Seder on Monday went till
I have some broken board.
My Seder on Monday went till like midnight. So
okay, yeah, that's late.
Yeah.
So you just went right into the game.
Yeah, I was literally watching the game on my Uber home, and I was not paying attention to the game at my Seder.
It's good crunch. This is dinner. Well, good for you. And, you know, the Mets pull out the victory, getaway day, 3:45 p.m. start. Everyone was awake for that, whether you were at work, following along, or at home, a little work-from-home action. Good win for the Mets. The lineup was clicking. Francisco Lindor, 4 hits. Tyrone Taylor, 3 ribbies. 3 balls batted 100-plus miles an hour, matched the most he's had in a game in his career.
That was a fun moment when you're watching a game with John, because me and John don't get to watch games together too much because they're like we're never at the office when games are on unless it's a day game, an away game like this was. But John, the note comes up of Tyrone Taylor's exit velo and 3 hits, and John immediately goes, the brain starts working, and John goes, I wonder if that's the most in a game.
Matched the most. So there you go. Huge trip for Lindor, by the way.
Huge trip for Lindor.
Huge trip. 375, 400, 792 slug, 3 homers, all from the left side. And if things go well, and I believe I just saw a tweet that he had a double moments ago with the Syracuse Mets, we could have JD Martinez DHing on Friday night.
That is what I think Mendy mentioned that as well, right? That the plan is for him to be here Friday. And then
as long as things go well.
As long as things go well.
We can't get ahead of ourselves.
Lindor said he hopes to get some of the power from JD Martinez. He said he hopes he could get inspired by JD or like powered up. I forgot exactly what he said, but he said that, and then he went out and he hit 2 home runs. And then, you know, in LA, he also hit that other home run that I was there for in a Lindor jersey.
Yep.
I jumped up out of my seat and screamed, forgetting where I was, which I don't even do that at like, I don't really do that at Citi Field that much anymore because, like, you know, when
You're not in the stands, really.
You're not in the stands, like you're not working as much. I mean, you're working, so it's like weird to like, you know, scream.
Oh, yeah. Got to keep professional.
Yeah.
No cheering in the press box.
No cheering in the press box. Yo, we should watch a game together from the press box, one game.
Not interested.
Just once.
Press box?
I know you have to stay silent. You have to, but like just like for the experience and like talk about it.
Have you been in a press box before?
I have. It's very quiet.
It's a weird vibe.
It's
a weird vibe, man.
We're not. We're podcasters. They probably like look down on us.
I know. It's like,
even though some of them have podcasts.
Some of them are fans of the show. I've had a couple of nice conversations with a couple of them who are aware and supportive and ask how it's going and give compliments. So
thank you.
You know who you are. But yeah, a press box, you can more than hear a pin drop. It is like if you sneeze, imagine accidentally letting a little fart go in the press box.
I'm above fart talk, but
it happens. Human bodily function. I'm just saying. Imagine just.
Do you fart
at
the
quiet.
office?
No.
Me neither.
No.
I would never fart at my desk.
But I'm sure there's a media member in the history of sports, history of baseball.
Yeah, I mean,
but it's not a good place to be doing that.
No.
Not the press box. Too quiet. Anyway, core topics. What do we got today?
Well, core topics. Today, we are going to play for you an Adam Ottavino interview that we recorded at spring training. And I would say one of our favorites.
Yeah, he was, I don't want to say sneaky hilarious because that would almost be a backhanded insult to the guy. And I don't mean it like that whatsoever.
I don't think you ever expect an athlete to be hilarious.
You don't. And he's a pretty unassuming guy, kind of. You know, he kind of, I don't know how to explain it. And I don't want to say anything that sounds like, oh my God, he blew me away and I wasn't expecting this. But we all know how smart he is. Northeastern guy, Park Slope, born and bred.
Yeah, that's Park Slope equals smart.
I don't know. To be determined. But no, he was awesome. And we just had a really fun time with him. And he's also been incredible for the Mets. Should I give the stat now or after the interview?
I think you give it to tell the people why we're playing it today.
Fair enough. So Adam Ottavino came in today, got 4 outs for the Mets. Since April 5th, there is not a relief pitcher in baseball that has a lower whip than Adam Ottavino's 0.13 whip. No hits, 14 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 7 2/3 innings pitched. That is nasty. Lefties, righties, doesn't matter. He's been downright dominant. He's been a huge boon for in the bullpen, out of the bullpen for Carlos Mendoza to turn to. Today, faced more lefties than righties, no issue whatsoever. So he's been great, and he was great on the podcast, and look forward to talking with him soon. I'm not going to talk any more about it. Let's just press play, Vito.
I'm Vito Calisi, this is Jonathan Barron, and to my right is Adam Ottavino, somebody I'm really excited to talk to today because we're both Italian dudes from New York.
All right,
Now,
let's go.
Not only are we Italian dudes from New York, last year I found out we both worked at Chelsea Piers, and look at us now.
Hey, look at us now. What do you say?
So what'd you do there?
Well, I was like always at the skate park there back in the day. So they used to sit me on top of one of the ramps, and I would just watch people get injured all day, basically, and then that was about it.
And that was the old skate park that like now it's like a nice like cement one. That was when it was like metal ones that like if you fell you would just scorch your elbow.
Yes, yes. There were metal. There's a lot of materials there that weren't recommended, especially in the hot sun. I remember they used to get really, really hot, and guys would get like all burned up and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was still it was really cool.
What'd you skate with?
What did I skate with?
Like what inline skates did you have?
Razors. I used to use Razors.
Is that the same company that made the scooter, like Razor Scooter?
No, a different company. It was like, at the time, they were just like black and white. Brian Shima was like the pro skater that like had the iconic all white one. And I don't know, they were very like simple. It was kind of like, it was just the skate I was into at the time.
I had the K2 Nemesis.
Yeah, K2s, USDs, all that stuff.
You were a Tony Hawk pro skater guy growing up?
Yeah, oh yeah, big time.
Great video
The
game.
music in it?
I was insane with that game because I was the only child. So, I mean, I played Tony Hawk, all the versions in my room for years, and like my combos were out of hand, absolutely out of hand.
And we're both only children. Look at that.
Wow. You didn't, yeah, another good connection.
The two best friends.
There's a connection I made, Adam. So a lot of fans enjoyed the fact that in your Instagram account, you had your baseball savant link to your profile.
Yeah.
And I noticed when we were doing a little prep, a little homework before the conversation here, that you changed it. And you went baseball reference on us.
Yeah.
Why the change?
I should have kept both, I guess.
You can,
I don't know. I don't know. I just felt like I wanted to switch it up. Like, baseball savants showing, one set of information, and baseball reference is showing something different. So I just wanted to put that up there. I thought it would be funny to switch it up.
It was like your RA9 was more something that you
No,
kind of wanted to.
Well, now that I've played a long time, like there's starting to be more interesting stuff on my baseball reference, because it's more of cumulative stuff going on and similarities, scores, and I like looking at the splits, like career splits are always funny to look at.
So who are some of your Jaws score comparisons? I didn't look. I didn't go that far down the page.
Jaws, I'm not in that realm. That's not happening.
No, I mean, you got some black ink on your page.
I don't think I do.
No?
No. No. I'm lacking a lot of things like that.
What about Fangraphs? Are you a Fangraphs guy?
Not a fan.
No, so like you prefer bWAR to fWAR?
Yeah, if you can tell, I have like almost double bWAR to fWAR, so
I
don't believe in it.
No?
No, I think it's useful, but not for WAR, which is like, trying to look at somebody's like overall value. Like bWAR is based on like reality and what happened, and fWAR is like what maybe they think should have happened, but it didn't happen. So
what about win probability added? Are you a believer in WPA, especially for a guy like you, come in a situation, diffuse the situation, help your team have a better chance of winning a ball game?
I am, but I am a believer in it. I don't think it's like a perfect stat. I think that you have to look beyond it. But if a guy does have like a really good WPA in a given year, like he had a big impact on winning that year for sure.
We've been focusing on not doing much baseball talk at all on the podcast here.
The way this guy gets pumped up about talking about stats is the way I get pumped up about talking about being Italian guys from New York.
Okay.
What's your favorite pizza place?
Well, that's tough because you got your spots that are like local to you that you're loyal to.
Let me
that are
give
different
you
than like best.
I'll give you the breakdown.
Yeah.
Okay. You got your just classic, like you're running up, like if you could just have a plain slice, no frills, that go to.
Okay, like Smiling Pizza in Park Slope, 7th Avenue and 9th Street.
Better than Luigi's in Park Slope?
I mean, that's my spot. It's right there. When I'm coming home from elementary school, I would hit it. The train station right there. So.
I'm gonna ask you a few Brooklyn questions.
Yeah.
Brennan and Carr or Roland Roaster?
Oof. Brennan and Carr for me.
Ooh.
For me.
What is that? You told me Roland Roaster.
They're both famous
Very
Brooklyn roast beef
similar. Very similar, but I like Brennan and Carr. Yeah.
It's a nicer place too. Roland Roaster's like the outside looks like a Wendy's that was just repurposed.
Nothing wrong with Wendy's.
But I'm a Roland Roaster guy because you get a free pizza when you spend $50.
I like them both. I mean, it's hard to go wrong, but I do agree though that Brennan and Carr feels more authentic to me, and Roland Roaster feels like more. Even though it's not a chain, it feels like it could be when you're in there.
It is. There used to be one in the city. Now, L&B Spumoni Gardens, overrated?
No, not overrated.
No, perfectly rated.
Phenomenal, but not as good as it used to be because I know they switched ownership somewhere along the way and something changed. I can't put my finger on it, but in the square slice, like it's still great, but not quite life-changing anymore.
I do have a question about your Instagram account.
Sure.
Not the links in your account and your bio, but the actual content on the account. Some really nice photography.
Yeah.
Saw a nice panoramic view of Oakland Coliseum. Are you into photography?
Yeah, always have been. I used to be much more active on Instagram with it, but still taking photos, still into it. Just in a different place right now.
What do you shoot with?
So I mostly shoot with a Leica M240, and I have a Leica monochrome as well. I used to shoot with a Canon a lot, but then I sold that to somebody or gave it to somebody. And yeah, so just those two cameras and then my phone. Yeah.
Are you going to take the Randy Johnson route of getting super into photography after baseball? Are we going to see you on the sidelines of the Super Bowl?
No. I mean, I've been on the sidelines at an NFL game before.
Shooting?
Yeah, I shot a Patriots-Giants game at Meadowlands for a Players Tribune.
Wow.
I don't know, maybe 6-7 years ago, which was pretty good. I was like a photographer who shoots for like Sports Illustrated was helping me out. So we were kind of staking out Tom Brady in the hallway and stuff, and we got to see him come out and fire the boys up before they ran out. So that was pretty cool.
So what do you enjoy more, shooting or being in front of the camera? Because you did a lot of on-camera work for SNY in the off season. Did you enjoy that experience? Is that something you want to pursue also after baseball?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely enjoy the experience. There's a lot of different directions to possibly go when I'm done pitching, but I definitely enjoyed the experience. I like shooting. I mean, I like creating a lot. I like that type of vibe, but in front of the camera, like, it's a challenge for me because it doesn't necessarily gel with my personality to do studio shows, but you know, trying to expand my game a little bit.
Do they ever have you read the teleprompter?
Yeah, I can do that. That's no problem.
So you're really into photography. Can you take a picture of us?
A picture of you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
wanna
I
see
mean,
what-
this
tell
is
us
a new
what to do.
podcast, Adam. We're trying to launch.
Tell us what to do. Like, give us directions.
What should I do with my hands?
That's not my type of.
How's the background looking?
My type of thing. Good. I see Pete over there taking ground balls.
Look,
Oh, there
tell
it
us
is.
what to do.
You
Should
can
we
get
just look
him there.
natural?
Yeah, let's just look natural.
Like,
we'll see
oh.
the beautiful.
Oh, man,
We'll see
like-
the.
It's freezing out here. I'm not gonna lie. I took my jacket off, but
All right, we got a little candid shot. You guys
Nice.
are looking good. All right.
Awesome.
thank you, Adam. We're gonna put this on our IGs.
Sure.
Would you want to host a podcast? Because he can go at any time.
Would I like to host it?
Yeah, like, do you want to do this show with me?
Adam, don't say yes.
I've definitely thought about doing a podcast before in the past, but I feel like it's got to be like a priority to you, and it's not up there yet for me.
It is one to us.
It's one to us, but
Yeah.
he could go at any time, and I'll go with you, and then we can change the
having a
name.
problem
of the theme.
here?
No, I love him. He signed my ketubah at my wedding.
Oh wow.
I did.
All right, that's big.
I worked on that signature for so long.
Do you want to hear something messed
That's
up?
big.
I get there, and did you sign a ketubah?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so like my wife told me that she she practiced. She had like a whole paper to like.
Oh,
she
come
practiced.
on.
She
Signature.
practiced.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
he comes over. Everybody has a better signature than me. I do mine, and like the pen it's not normal paper that you sign
Yeah,
it on.
no,
So
no,
I dragged it all over, and then he signed his name over mine on my ketubah.
Oh wow.
Jonathan, Big J. It was, it was a big, but it was an accident. And
He just went for it.
He went for
I
it.
did.
Did you go up in the chairs?
I didn't go up in the chairs. No.
No.
Was it because like were you nervous?
No, I don't really remember much.
Nice.
But I wasn't. I didn't go in the chairs though. No.
Believe it or not,
Pretty
I did
sure.
go on the chairs. He was one of the people holding me up.
I was.
Yeah, I don't think they could have got 5 guys to, whatever. Hold me
If
up.
they got guys to hold me up, I feel like you would have been fine, dude.
Yeah.
I threw my back out recently trying to get my
I
brother-in-law
thought
off
he
in
was
the
going to say
chair.
through
Oh,
my
really?
back up picking up your
Yeah.
chair, and I was going to go home and cry.
I was no. All right,
Yeah.
Adam, one more question for you.
Sure.
Since it's Meet at the Apple, what's your favorite apple?
All right. So my favorite apple is the Gala apple.
Whoa, that's a
my
deep cut.
choice. I like pink ladies. I like a lot of different ones.
This man
but
spends a lot of time in the
at the
produce section. I like it.
Yes, but yeah, in our family, I like the Gala apple. It's solid all around.
It's a good answer.
Hard to beat it.
We've asked some of your teammates. I don't know if there's a lot of fruit consumption going on in the
Yeah.
clubhouse. I've gotten like red.
Red or green?
Red.
Multiple people
Yeah.
just said red.
Red. What is that? That's not an apple. It's a color.
Yeah, I don't know.
You gotta work
That's
on that there.
embarrassing.
Did you have fun on
Yeah,
the
I had fun.
podcast? Would
Had
you
a
come
good time.
back?
Yeah, sure, I'd come back.
Nice. You want to be our clubhouse correspondent?
Clubhouse correspondent.
Yeah.
Eh,
To tell you the truth, I don't even know what that would consist of.
yeah, I don't know.
No,
Yeah,
that's
you
fair.
can bring me back, but I don't know. I don't know if there'll be much corresponding.
Well, we work for the team. We'll be here the whole way.
Okay, yeah.
We
get
are,
rid of us.
We are employed by the Mets.
Me too.
Dude, look at us. And
now.
we're employed by the Mets.
And we all signed ketubas.
And we all signed ketubas. Let's get it.
All right.
Adam Ottavino, I really was trying to push the Italian thing on him. I said a few times, look at us, just 2 Italian guys. We're basically the same guy. 2
Yeah.
Italian guys from New York City.
Where's your matzah, by the way?
My matzah's right here.
You haven't even taken a bite.
Well, because I don't want to eat into the microphone.
Well, I did, but I'm known for having no manners.
No,
I got my water, no couth.
no couth.
I asked her to get me this water because I was like, if I have a little matzah and I don't have water, it makes for a bad scenario.
Do you like matzah babka?
What the heck is that?
Dude, it's like a loaf of bread made from matzah.
I think there are some matzah creations that are going a little bit too far. Like there's been a ton of Instagram videos of people submerging sheets of matzah in water to make them pliable and then like using them as sushi rice essentially. It's absurd.
I don't like that.
You know, like I like a good matzah pizza. You could do the casserole style, which my mom does, which is way too much effort to me. Take a sheet, throw some sauce, throw some cheese on there, pop her in the oven. That's it. Matzah pizza. you know, basic things.
Sounds like Machu Picchu. But
It's not.
I want to bring something up about Adam Ottavino.
Let's hear it.
Oh, we also talked to him about me and him. We the three of us signed Ketubas. That came up in
Yeah. No, it was a very multi-ethnic.
because me and him are both
conversation.
me and him are both Italian men who married Jewish wives, which is why Adam Ottavino got recruited for Team Israel. He
That's
didn't play
right.
for Team Israel,
Right.
but they did reach out to try to get him on the team.
Yes, sir.
Because the rules are like you can be married.
No, the rules go beyond that.
Yeah, I mean
The rules are crazy.
World Baseball Classic rules. Anything goes.
Yeah.
It's the
But-
Wild Wild West.
But you know, I like that though, because
Yeah.
you want to get as many guys in the tournament as you can.
100%. That's how you got like a Matt Harvey on Team Italy.
Sure. Yeah. Freddie Freeman played for Canada.
But what I was going to say, we're wearing City Connect stuff. I'm wearing the hat. John is wearing a shirt.
Yes, sir.
We got 2 New Yorkers on the Mets.
Harrison Bader and Adam Ottavino.
And those are, I think, pretty good options for if you want to buy a City Connect jersey. And you don't like everybody's going Senga and Diaz right now. I feel like those are the 2 most popular City Connect and Lindor.
Of course.
I feel like wear jerseys for the guys who are from the city that you're connecting to.
That's a good point. That's a really good point. Or
Har-
Brandon Nimmo, because as you heard in our last episode,
He's a New Yorker.
He's a New Yorker
He doesn't
now.
want to admit it, but he's a New Yorker.
100%.
I actually, if you remember last year, I talked about this. I wanted to get a Adam Ottavino road gray because it says New York on the front.
Yeah, the New York Mets road gray, especially with the blue cap, is my favorite combination of all the uniforms.
Yeah.
Is that,
City Connect is big for me right
haven't
now.
seen it yet.
City Connect right
Not
now.
on the diamond.
I've not seen it on the diamond. I am loving City Connect. I am dangerously close to. I went to the team store today. They had like a really cool pullover. They had a ton of hats. They have a winter hat, keychains, pins. John, you call me merch boy, and like I'm like a kid in a candy shop.
I
down
call
there.
you merch boy for a reason.
Yeah, like my wife is gonna have to
Take away
put
the
a
credit
leash.
card.
Yeah, she's gonna have to take away a credit card and put me on a leash because I keep going down there. I keep texting friends to see if they want me to get anything for them. Because
You haven't pulled the trigger yet on anything, right?
No, not yet.
That's good self-restraint.
It's big. I mean, I went to LA and I didn't buy anything.
Not one thing.
I bought pins for my pin book, but I didn't buy merch.
Well, I mean, as a Met fan, I
I
don't
wasn't
know.
gonna buy-
I don't know if you could really go and like buy an Ohtani shirt
No, so I had one rule of what I would buy.
from Dodger Stadium.
Yeah,
A Brooklyn Dodger or
a
something.
Brooklyn Dodgers Jackie Robinson
Do they
jersey,
sell it?
but specifically with Brooklyn on the front.
They don't sell that.
They only sell Dodgers on the front, Jackie on the back,
yeah.
because they told me that it's because like they don't own the rights to Jackie, so like they only could sell stuff around the Jackie Day.
Mm-hmm.
But Citi Field, when it first opened, they sold a Brooklyn jersey with Jackie on the back. Because I remember that from the early days of Citi Field.
Which is why I did this and didn't make a comment.
You didn't like that?
No, but you know, when Citi Field first opened, everyone said it was just a shrine to the Brooklyn Dodgers and had no Mets.
But we did this
Anything.
because of the Brooklyn Dodgers.
I'm aware.
Which, by the way, the amount of people in LA I told that to who had no idea about the orange and blue.
Yeah, because the Dodgers aren't going to promote that. They hate the Giants out there.
I know, they were like,
And they don't like the Mets either, by the way.
no.
They definitely don't like the Mets.
But you know why? That's an old school. That's a old school Mets rivalry. And this weekend we have an old school Mets rivalry coming up because Mets Cardinals.
Pond scum.
Pond scum.
Pond
80s.
scum.
I produce Jay's podcast, Amazing Conversations. Anytime Jay talks about the Cardinals, he brings up Pond scum.
Yeah, so like, and also Met fans our age, like, I was thinking about this before. If I had the power rankings of teams I dislike the most, I won't use the word hate because that's a violent term and I won't use it right now. Obviously, we know who number one is.
Philly.
No. That number one?
For hate?
Yeah.
All time or just right now?
In my life.
Yours is Braves?
No.
Oh, yours is
Yeah, go over the RFK Bridge. You'll find him.
that's your number one?
Yeah, I grew up in Marlboro, New Jersey in the heyday of Brocious and O'Neill.
I get that.
And,
I grew
and
up
Posada.
I grew up in the 5 boroughs. It was awful.
Yeah, so that's my number one. Sorry. Phillies 2.
Younger Mets fans, all Braves.
I know. Anyway,
And older.
I know.
We're
But
the weird middle of.
we are. I'm not over 06. That's what I'm getting at. I'm not over 06. I actually still cannot stand them.
Yeah, I hate them too.
Yeah.
That's why the no-hitter, the Johan no-hitter makes me so happy.
It doesn't do anything. I mean, it was awesome, but like, I don't think Cardinal fans remember that and are like, oh, I cannot believe this happened.
Cardinal fans bring up one moment from that
Yeah,
game.
because guess who? They were reigning champs during that.
Yeah.
They won in 2011,
Yeah, and like there was one
and
thing,
there was
and
possibly
there was one by a former.
Whatever. Not if you go on the box score, I don't see a hit.
I don't either.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I'm not a big fan of theirs. But I'm excited for the weekend.
Dude, it's gonna be a stellar weekend.
Stadium's gonna be packed. The Cardinals have a big fan base. We could tip our caps to that.
Great, and we're talking about great jerseys with the City Connect. The baby blue Cardinal jersey, and I just brought up the Phillies, who I also despise. Any jersey, any baby blue jersey, I think hits.
Yeah, that's why so many teams have brought it back. The Blue Jays also have one.
Yeah.
You said Phillies,
Cardinals, Blue Jays.
No.
Oh, the Brewers. The Brewers have one, right?
The Brewers City Connects are baby blue.
Yeah.
They say Brew Crew, I think.
Do the Rays have a baby blue?
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
But theirs isn't as good.
That's a third jersey. That's
Yeah.
not an homage to the past either.
Yeah.
It's different. And then the Expos had a.
They did.
I have a Vlad Jr. that I got 15 years ago or whatever.
A Vlad
But-
Senior?
Yeah, I said Junior. Yeah, Vlad Senior. Yeah.
I was like, man,
Yeah.
you really bought low on that.
Yeah, no, yeah. He was like 7 years old.
He
I
was
had his
7 years
jersey.
old. You were like, I'm gonna buy this kid's jersey.
Yeah, no. Vlad Senior, sorry.
John's just scouting little league games.
Well, I mean, if there was ever a guy to, look at his kids and say, do we have something here? I think Vlad Senior is a pretty good option.
And we got another Guerrero in the Met system.
That's right. So, no, it's going to be great. Obviously, Friday night, Mets coming back to town, the potential Mets debut for JD Martinez. And then on Saturday, it's going to be so much fun.
And it's Harry Potter Day.
Which is a lot going on all at once.
Especially for your perspective being in the control room.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of thematic elements during the game, for sure. Queen's Crew is going to be performing on Saturday. They're going to be going around the stadium when they're not doing their big performances, doing real authentic, like New York City subway style performances, which I'm really excited about.
With Papa John?
We'll be a little bit busy. You will not catch me breakdancing on a big piece of cardboard on Saturday, no.
I'm looking forward to the. Do they have Queen's Crew? Do they have City Connect outfits?
Yep.
Nice.
They'll
On
be
brand.
themed out. Mr. and Mrs. Met.
Ooh.
Everyone. It's gonna be a lot of purple, a lot of gray, a lot of black.
A lot of City Connect stuff going on at the stadium too, like glazed donuts.
Mm-hmm.
They're located in the Metro Market and I believe in the Clover Club.
Yep.
They're gonna have a City Connect donut. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna guess it's like gray
Yeah, it's gonna be some good frostings.
or maybe purple.
Grape donut. Grape's not a good flavor for a donut.
Why not, dude?
A grape donut?
I'll do grape.
First of all, the concept of grape is the wackiest thing because grape is not affiliated at all to the actual fruit. Like strawberry,
No, it's purple. Grape is related to purple.
yeah, when you have a strawberry flavored thing, it kind of tastes like strawberry.
Yeah.
Orange, same deal. Lime, same deal. Grape?
Tastes nothing like grapes.
Nothing like grapes at all.
It's more like a grape juice is like tart.
Yeah, I just drank a lot of grape juice and a lot of grape wine. So I can confirm.
It's tart.
I can confirm.
But we're talking about now. You move on to some adult bevies.
Yes, 21 only. If you're not
Boozy
21,
bucket.
turn it
Yeah.
off. Fast forward.
Boozy bucket. It's going to be a special City Connect boozy bucket this Saturday, and it's only going to be available definitely during this Saturday. I don't know if it's going to be every City Connect game, but
Yeah.
it's definitely this Saturday. So I would get that. It's unfortunate that we're both working that game. We need to pick it. We need to pick a City Connect game if they're doing this to like enjoy, because we wanted to have a boozy bucket
Oh yeah, at spring training.
at spring training, but we
Yeah.
couldn't because we had work to do.
because we're pros.
And then we had to drive, and we were like, well, we're not gonna have a boozy bucket then drive.
yeah, but this one, lots of fixings. It's called a punch out.
Yeah.
It's got some Sour Patch Kids in it.
I'm gonna read what it has on it right
Let's
now.
hear it. Let's hear it.
All right. It's Reyka vodka, grape juice, sweet and sour mix, garnished with a lemon wedge and Sour Patch Kids. And that's gonna be located Saturday, section 133 and 418.
I bet you a few of those will be consumed on Saturday.
I mean, dude, I want to have a boozy bucket so badly. Like
I don't think I've ever had one, honestly.
You never had a fishbowl or anything in college?
Maybe a fishbowl, but not like a boozy bucket at a game, no.
I had one last year at spring training.
Did you? It's like a rum punch, right?
I had one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had one at spring training last year.
Yeah.
And it was sick. It was cool. Last year, they got really popular last year because Bucket brought them up. You remember?
Who?
Buck.
Oh, yeah.
Buck was like those voodoo buckets or something else, and then like they
Yeah.
because like if you'd never been to spring training before, you wouldn't have known they exist.
Yeah.
And then they brought him here.
I would love to join you for one. I would.
We gotta plan a game, and then we gotta plan a game to go to the K Corner and live our college days, dude. $3 12-ounce Coors Light drafts every home game, starting from the bar opening till the scheduled first pitch, which is literally like almost what when that bar used to be an old bar.
Yeah,
it used to be $3 tall boys of PBRs up until the third inning. I think it was first pitch to third inning. So this is actually better.
What I think we need to do is we need to get on the email. We need to we just got to make it happen. We got to do maybe not a pregame for us because we're professionals, but we got to do an event.
Yeah, I would
at the K Corner,
and we don't work that game
from 5 to 7. Those are the hours for your 7 o'clock Friday night game. Maybe have we talked about? Have I said this before? I might be repeating myself.
You haven't.
It's the best deal at
any baseball stadium,
any pro sports venue in New York. I mean,
I don't know how you. That's a good deal for a bar, not even just a sports venue.
Sure,
$3 beers is a good deal.
100%. Yeah,
most beers run you $6 these days.
Yeah, if you're going to MSG for a little Knicks, little Rangers playoffs, you're going to UBS Arena to watch the Islanders. If you're going anywhere, that's like $14 for a beer.
And I think one thing we agreed about last year, we checked out the K Corner.
Yeah,
and as two people who went to that bar when we were in college, when it was something else, there was a piece of it that was like, it's awesome that this is back, but it's missing a piece of what like this was back in the day.
That was affordability.
And it was affordability and like just like the excitement of like you're going to a game, you're going to go have a few beers, and then you're going to get into the stadium and you're just going to have a great night.
Yeah, and also what we haven't mentioned because it has nothing to do with us, the weather is starting to turn for the better. And I saw like 83 degrees on Monday when the Cubs come to town for game 1 of a 4-game series. And then it's going to be in the 70s after that. And don't get me wrong, I know that you can still dip down into the high 50s and 60s. Yeah. We're not out of the woods yet. But weather turning, Mets playing good ball, $3 Coors Light pregame, like that's...
And City Connect.
City Connect
is a 4 o'clock game.
Buzzing.
4 o'clock game. You can go to Mets Plaza at 1 o'clock. There's like a pregame party where there's going to be I think there's going to be a live art installation.
There's going to be that. Queen's crew will be out there.
Queen's crew's
breaking
out
it
there.
down.
John will be out. Maybe we'll be out there. Maybe we'll stop out there.
How about this? I got to do the math real quick. So that is a giveaway. So it's a 4:05 start, which means gates are going to open at 2:05 for season ticket holders. You and I should go out there around 1 o'clock maybe for the City Connect party. And if you guys are listening, come meet us at the Apple. And we'll have 2 signed balls to give away.
2. But you have to be subscribed to the podcast.
You got to be subscribed.
On Apple or Spotify. We're not talking YouTube. We love that you're looking at it on YouTube. We're looking at you in the eyes right now. But if you want to win the ball, you got to be meeting somebody at the Apple. You have to have told somebody to meet you at the Apple, and you have to be subscribed to the podcast.
Yes. I think it's fair. I think it's fun.
I think that's more than fair. We did it last time.
Yeah, we did. And there were 2 balls given away. Brett Beatty and Carlos Mendoza.
There was more. We also gave away DJ Stewart.
That's right. We did. So... if you want one of those balls, come meet us. 1 o'clock, we'll be out there. We'll make it our business.
We can always get more balls. I heard some interesting ones that are available to give away.
Plenty. Maybe Vito will sign a ball for you.
Maybe the ball. If you care about the podcast enough that you want to sign a ball from us, we'll sign a ball.
Yeah, yeah, sweet spot and everything. Sure.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're just like, I really like meet at the Apple, and I want an autographed ball from you two, we'll do it.
We'll do that. But yeah, I mean, just the vibes in general are. It's going to be a fun summer. This is a great time of year.
I think it's going to be special.
Dude, the city is buzzing, and that's also such a cool thing that right now City Connect is coming out. I do want to talk a little bit about the Knicks and the Rangers and the Islanders and all that's gone on this week. I mean, were you watching the Knick game live when Dante knocked down that 3?
No, that was Monday night, right?
It was Monday night. You had your midnight Seder.
I was at midnight. I was in a Seder from 7 to 1.
Yeah. So I know that some of you like to comment on our videos and say, John, you're a front runner. You can't root for the Nets at one point.
There was one guy who did that.
All right, well, that one guy, whoever you are. You're right. I did do that. And guess what? I don't care. I can do whatever I want. I never claimed to be a huge NBA fan. I was going nuts when Dante knocked down that shot. Although I got to say, Sixers got screwed.
Yeah. Embiid said that after the game, too.
Maxey got tackled. First, he got like clotheslined. Then he got dragged down by the jersey by, I think it was Hart. Then you have Nick Nurse calling timeout on the sideline. None of those things went the Sixers' way. Then Dante misses the first attempt. OG, who, by the way, Indiana University, OG scoops up.
That's the basketball guy that John cares about.
That is the basketball I care about. Hoosiers are back, by the way, killing it on the transfer portal. But we can talk about that. Never. I won't bore you. I won't bore you guys with
Unless
that.
Sean Manaea is on, and then
Unless Sean and I or if Andy Markowitz wants to hop on and talk about some great initiatives going on at the ballpark, we could talk about.
or Jess Elowitz from Social. She went to Indiana.
That's
didn't she?
right. We could do an Indiana University panel, actually.
Yeah, bring back Ethan.
We could bring back. We could do a Big Ten panel for sure.
Yeah.
We could definitely do that. But, OG kicks it out. Dante knocks down the 3. An electric moment for New York City.
Now, after the game,
Mm-hmm.
you saw Side Talk was out there, right?
They always are.
Yeah, you saw the videos. Everybody just in the street going crazy, right?
I do think we need to calm down a little bit.
But I just want to say something.
Okay.
We had an argument. We had a personal argument a few weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
I said to you,
Yeah.
the Knicks are much bigger in New York than the Rangers. And I wasn't a slight against the Rangers. I was just saying the Knicks.
Slight against the Rangers.
And then the Side Talk video came out, and I was like, you know what? I don't see this after Rangers games. And this is not a slight on the Rangers. I was just pointing out that, like, the Knicks fan base, like, I think New York is like I think basketball is like when the Knicks are good, like New York City goes insane. Just like when the difference is when the Mets are good and everybody goes insane. It's because like the Mets aren't competing with a whole nother league and a whole nother team.
Well, yeah. I mean, the city is split when it comes to baseball.
Yeah, but split one way, one team. I mean, when the Knicks are good, when the Rangers are good, they're also competing with the Islanders. They're also
Two
competing
other
with the Knicks.
teams.
They're also competing with the Devils.
Well,
There's
yeah.
so much more for the Rangers to compete with.
Sure.
That I don't think it's a fair, but I just wanted to say I saw that
The
video.
Knicks easily have the least amount of inner city competition when it comes to competing for fans and eyeballs,
Exactly.
essentially.
Yeah.
Because, even though, yes, I would love to see the Brooklyn Nets succeed, I think even a Nets fan would tell you that, this is a Knick town. The Nets played in New Jersey for
Basketball's
decades.
just more accessible.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
I'm talking about the actual 2 NBA teams competing for the spotlight.
Well, one has been in.
I would say it's like 80-20 in New York, Knicks Nets.
Yeah, I don't like that's even being generous.
Maybe 75-20. I
no,
don't know.
I think 80-20 is fair because
Yeah.
like we saw the Nets have a big 3, and like
Well, one of them like never played, but
yeah, I know, but like I'm saying
and then there was another one who we don't get into.
we saw excitement and like it never took off the way.
KD's toe was on the line. If it wasn't on the line, they would have won the championship that year. And I would have been I wanted to see them win one to see what sort of a shift, if any, it would have caused in the New York sports in the basketball.
It definitely would cause some because like you saw in 2015, there's a ton of like I think you see a ton of like
There's a lot of independence.
you see a ton of kids now,
Mm-hmm.
not kids, but like you see a lot of kids in high school who were really young in 2015 who probably like were at the perfect age to get wrapped into the Mets.
Yeah, you get sucked in when you see a team win it all,
and then
or almost win it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, but like, there's definitely a bunch of Mets fans who are like built in 2015
Yeah, no, I know that, and like
because the Mets were cool in 2015.
Yeah, and you saw a bunch of KD jerseys, and the Nets came out with all these different uniforms.
Matt Harvey in 2015 was the biggest star in New York.
Yes, 100%.
And that's what happens with sports. It's whoever wins is winning.
100%.
We should get back to talking about the Mets though.
You don't want to talk more about Dante and
I mean, I do. But
the double bang by Mike Breen?
dude, that was
I got him.
Do we give a shout to Matt?
Sure, let's give a shout out to Matt.
Shout out to Matt, who is Mike Breen's son, who we work with.
Mm-hmm.
I guess just shout out. I guess he's the employee of the week because his dad did that. That's cool.
Oh yeah, and Mike's come up before, and I've gotten to. Have you met Mike? Did you meet Mike last year when he was around?
I met him on a Zoom.
Okay, yeah, because he did Jay's podcast.
He did Jay's podcast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big
Mike
Mets
is
fan.
a huge Met fan.
Big Mets fan.
Huge Met fan.
Yeah.
And obviously an incredible broadcaster. I don't need to sit here and tell you guys how good Mike Breen is, but
You mean Mike Breen, who does tons of national games
Yeah.
and does the playoffs?
yeah, who's a Hall of Famer. But he's also a great dude and absolutely adores the New York Mets. You can catch him here at Met games all summer long. So yeah, that was an awesome moment. That really was. The playoffs are awesome. The Garden was buzzing with the Rangers winning. It's gonna be buzzing on Thursday night with the Islanders playing Game 3.
Knicks haters, like Knicks haters.
Oh yeah, those exist too.
I have friends who are Knicks haters who have said MSG looks incredible.
Every night you have the flashing bracelets
Yeah,
in the crowd. Every time there's a 3 made, they flash.
you love flashing bracelets.
I just think that they also do them on railings in the aisles.
Yeah,
They're such a nice accent to an environment.
when teams are good in New York, it's fun, and that's what you're going to see. That's what we're going to see this summer with the Mets. Like I feel like the Mets are good. This is what we were talking about, the energy. That's all that it's about. And City Connect is dropping.
Yep.
We're going to get Saturday home games at the
Yep.
City Connect jersey. we're gonna get special things like you're seeing like donuts and boozy buckets. I'm sure there's more to come. of that
DJ
kind of
nights
stuff.
are right around the corner.
DJ
Memorial Day is going to be here before you know it.
Yo, we got some sick promo items coming up, like the Mercury Mets thing.
We got we got 4 fireworks shows. I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Give me your top 5 sing-along songs that like you're in the club or you're at the bar with the fellas and the ladies.
I'm at
and,
clubs all the time as a 31-year-old
and you're
married man.
whatever, and you're having a couple lemonades with maybe some other liquid in there, and you just want to sing your just let it all out through song. Give me a few great single, and if you guys have some at home also that you think are like must all-time sing-along songs that maybe you'd like to hear during a fireworks show. Let me know.
There's that song that it got used in I think it got used in like a FIFA commercial maybe, or not a FIFA commercial, but it was like, I can't sing a song. That's the problem. I'm going to say the lyrics.
Okay.
I want to stand with you on a mountain.
I want like all-time sing-along songs, not one that I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'll play
like
it
all
for
the
you.
small things.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
When I worked at a party bar, when I worked at McFadden's in Times Square, not Times Square, 42nd and Second. Fresh Prince was a big one.
Can't do that.
Space Jam was a big one. You can't do that.
Probably wouldn't do that for the fireworks. No.
I'm just naming. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons you can't do that. Because when I said Space Jam, I didn't mean the Space Jam theme. I meant the main song from Space Jam.
Oh. I Believe I Can Fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't do
Can't
that.
do that.
No. 0 for 2.
I don't want to miss a thing by Aerosmith. That's like a slow ballad.
We need upbeat.
You said sing-alongs. You didn't say stop it. Stop it. But yeah,
That's a good one.
Dude, remember that?
Third Eye Blind.
Post-game concert, one of the best nights of my life.
I was there.
Yeah, Semi-Charmed Kind of Life is really good. All the Small Things You Said is good. Say It Ain't So by Weezer, because there's moments that you could throw the fireworks up there.
What do you think about Since You've Been Gone by Kelly Clarkson?
No.
No? I feel like that's a great belter. No?
I know you. I mean, Wagon Wheel is a great sing-along song.
Wagon Wheel is a great sing-along song, although some will debate me to the death about that one.
No, I mean, if you were in college from 2010 to 2016, I feel like I'm not saying if you went for 6 years. I just mean that range of
Hey,
time.
if you did, whatever.
I know,
Not everything's a straight path in life.
No, it's not linear.
You know,
Wait,
it's not.
We need to talk about baseball.
Okay.
Okay, let's talk about future of Flushing.
Okay. Because player development's also not linear,
That's
like
why-
college
that's-
education.
That's why I thought about that. So, we're gonna do a future of Flushing episode that will drop. Usually, we do future of Flushing more nightly. As you saw us eating the matzah, we both just had family obligations this week, so it was not as easy. But we will get back to our regular episodes. But we want to highlight 2 guys. Specifically, Christian Scott and Nolan McLean. Nolan got his first start in Brooklyn, right? That was on the night of my Seder. No, the night after my Seder.
It was Tuesday night.
It was Tuesday.
5 innings, 6 strikouts, throwing heat.
Dylan Goldberg texted me how excited he was about Nolan McLean's start.
No Tani.
He sent me something that was like Nolan McLean plus Christian Scott plus I forgot who else he said equals great pitching.
Yeah, I mean, he's also been a monster in the batter's box. 7 for 20, 4 doubles, and 2 home runs, and he's just hitting absolute nukes all over the place.
Unicorn.
So, what's that?
Unicorn.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you heard Andrew Christie say it on Future of Flushing. If you guys didn't listen, check it out. The episode still holds true. The Mets were thrilled to get Nolan McLean where they got Nolan McLean. And Christian Scott continues to dominate in AAA, where offense is still out of control. And, if you look at his home run totals, you might say, oh, this is a wart on his resume. No, it's not. The ball is something in AAA, smaller stadiums, but he's also just missing bats left and right. He is tied with Paul Skeens at this very moment of this statistic coming out of my mouth for the most strikeouts, and not just AAA, but all of the minor leagues.
Oh, Paul Skeens, the most talked about pitching prospect in baseball.
Lizzie's, I think, boyfriend, Lizzie Dunn.
Oh yeah,
They went to LSU together.
They did, and they do date.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, because she broke up with Baby Gronk, right?
I don't know.
That was a joke. You didn't know that the whole thing, like.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, isn't that like the 10-year-old?
You remember, like, Baby Gronk rizzed up.
He
Lizzie.
rizzied Lizzie. Something like that.
I was walking by Flatiron today, and there was this dude with these 2 girls sitting at a table, and these 2 like middle schoolers walked by, and they just started screaming, "Bro's got Riz! Bro's got Riz! Yo! Bro's got real Riz right now, bro! Look at him!" And it was just a funny.
I feel like Riz has run its course.
I like it still.
It's been around for a while.
Here's the problem: the fact that we know it and like it means it's run its course.
Oh, yeah. I feel like it ran its course a little bit sort of last year.
It definitely ran its course a while ago, but the fact that we still we like it and we say it like it's done. It's like 31-year-old dudes saying things probably means it's passe.
I say cap a lot, and then people call me out on it.
Yeah, you also say mid a lot.
I don't say mid a lot.
You say mid a lot, dude.
Like the mid 2 inning break, maybe.
No, you say like, oh, that's pretty mid.
I say that's dust. I use the term dust, which hasn't. I think it's a Canadian term. That's dust.
Well, what else should we talk about before we get out of here? Really quick in the Giants series, let's talk about Sevy.
Yeah, let's talk about Sevy.
Cruise through the first 5 innings before.
Yeah, he got BABIP to death, quite frankly. I mean, he was making some guys look terrible. Even with the 3 runs allowed in the 6 innings he completed, 2.67 ERA, and his FIP is, I'm going to say under 3.5. It's 3.49. But he's not giving up home runs. He's only allowed 2 home runs.
Yeah.
And that's been a theme with the Mets pitching staff all year long.
Yeah, I hope we get to talk to him again soon. I would also love to talk to Sean Manaea again.
I'd love for Luis to show us that watch and shoe collection he was telling us about. We were in Florida at the time, but now we're not.
I also want to hear what he thinks about the Goku sounds that play.
Oh, he loves them.
Also, we had a winner for the over 9,000.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I just said it.
Whatever that means.
The effect. So I said, if you guess on the YouTube what the prompt would be for the next big strikeout celebration, it was if Sevy hits 9 strikeouts in a game, we're going to play the over 9,000 sound.
Someone has to explain it to me. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Big Dragon Ball Z reference. It's sick. Trust me, it's a good one.
All right.
Yeah, but Sean Manaea had another solid outing.
He had a funny quote after the game.
Sean Manaea?
Yeah.
What was it?
He said it was the best, worst start of my life. He worked in and out of trouble. He did the same thing at the game you were at Dodger Stadium. You know, there were runners on frequently, and he was constantly pitching under duress and in high leverage spots, but he minimized the damage in both starts. Today in the 2nd inning, bases loaded, no out jam. After the Mets go up, and you're thinking, this could be a treacherous spot here, and if he doesn't navigate this, the Mets are going to be in their bullpen early again. And he got 3 pop-outs and worked his way out of it. And he held the Giants to 4 for 17 with runners on base today. So 17 at-bats with men on. That's a lot of at-bats with guys on base, but he hunkers down when he needs to hunker down. That's kind of been the theme with Sean, and he could be sharper, and I think he'd tell you that, and he will be sharper. Yeah. And for him to be able to get through the situations where there were a couple 3-ball counts with the bases loaded that he was in today, and he didn't allow a run in those spots. That's impressive stuff. So he's not afraid to throw a big pitch in a big spot. He will throw his slider in a full count with the bases loaded, try to get a guy to go fishing. And that's impressive. That's that takes chutzpah, as I like that, as they say. And we talked about Adam Ottavino. How about Reed Garrett, who was the winning pitcher actually on Wednesday? So I know wins and losses are it's why I haven't bothered talking about him anymore or putting him on the back of a baseball card because no one cares. But I'm still going to point out that he's 4-0.
Dude, Reed Garrett. That's a guy we need to talk to. Reed Garrett.
He's on pace for like 15 wins.
Like we need to talk to Reed Garrett. Hopefully we can get him this next homestand.
Yeah, he went to Virginia Military Institute.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which has a D1 program. I'm not going to take my phone out right now. I believe it. I don't think it's Institute of Virginia I believe it's VMI.
What if they put him and Jake Diekman and they turn the lights?
Well, one's a righty, one's a lefty.
No, but no. I'm saying, what if they just put it into a room and the lights were pretty dim and dark?
Mm-hmm. Who's who?
And they were like, if you want to do the interview, you got to locate each one.
I have a friend, shout out Zach Kleiman, who looks just like both of them also. And he's a huge Met fan.
And Michael Tonkin?
Yes. Zach Kleiman has a Jason Isringhausen jersey.
That's pretty cool.
That's Met Jason Isringhausen jersey.
I didn't think it was going to be.
Could have been a Cardinal.
Yeah, but you said it was a big Mets fan. I didn't think a Mets fan was going to buy a Cardinals jersey.
Yeah, but no, Reed Garrett has been, what can you say? He still leads all relievers in strikeouts. Gave up his first earned run today, which was kind of disappointing after generating more whiffs. And he's not even doing it with the fastball. He's just beating guys with secondary pitches, and he's just electric to watch. So,
yeah. Who knew that? Well, it's just an embarrassment of riches when you have somebody like David Stearns putting together your team and like finding these, as you said, what his bread and butter is finding these diamonds in the rough, these cornerstone bullpen pieces. And, before the season started, we said on our season preview that the bullpen was one of the stronger looking things of this team.
It's deep.
And it's just proven to be so.
Yeah.
And Brooks Raley just went down for 2 weeks. And then another option the Mets could have had, Nate Lavender, he just got injured. So like when you have these guys who can provide you innings like that, that's what you need to win games, especially when we've heard that, like, the focus right now on starters isn't as much length as just longevity over the season.
A couple times through the order.
Yeah.
And then get into your really good bullpen. Sean Reed-Foley now up with the team.
Yeah.
He came back last year from Tommy John throwing 97. Still living in that area. Also, you mentioned David Stearns and going out and getting guys. He obviously was familiar with Tyrone Taylor. I know we talked about Tyrone's day on Wednesday, but Tyrone's got an 868 OPS and 54 plate appearances, and he's playing great defense. And I know we talked about it after the Pirates series that the Mets have so many great options in the outfield, especially defensively, guys that cover a lot of range. But not only is Tyrone that, and you can put him anywhere in the outfield, but he's also been really, really good with the bat. Yeah. He's given them a boost. Today he hits the home run. The second home run, I'm not, obviously the first one was against Luis Guillorme pitching. But, the double going the opposite way, which I can't believe wasn't a triple. That was a great play by the Giant right fielder to cut that ball off before it got to the wall. But he's been great. Yeah. He's been great. Harrison had the 4-hit game at Dodger Stadium, which we talked about. Starling Marte has been great at 3 hits on Tuesday night. So I'm just excited for the team to get back to town. Mets fans got to be here. Come out, support this team. This is a damn good ball club. It's only getting better. It's only getting better. You could have JD Martinez in the lineup on Friday. You never know when a young stud comes up and helps this team out on the major league level. There's a lot to be excited about. There really is. Adam Ottavino has been one of the best pitchers in baseball over the last couple of weeks.
You heard our interview with Brandon Nimmo last week. The game plan is knock pitchers out early, get to that closer.
Get to the closer, just win each and every at-bat. And hearing that out of Brandon's mouth was it made me, as a Met fan, I was like, this team, they have a plan, and they execute that plan, and that's important.
We get really excited a lot. I was editing the Drew and Jed episode, and there was that part where they said how excited they were to like grow with the team and like hopefully win a World Series one day. And me and you were just both like,
oh yeah, well, especially because we had done Future of Flushing, and we care so much about the future of this team. And Steve Cohen said it from day one when he had his introductory press conference that is how you build a team. Yeah. That's what the Dodgers did. The Dodgers have
East Coast Dodgers.
Yeah, the Dodgers just continuously pump guys out. The Rays do it. The Brewers do it. The Guardians do it. They're off to a historic start in their franchise's history. So, smart teams beget good players. That's just how it goes. One more thing on this upcoming homestand. I was nervous about this. Pete Alonso, going on the road last week, was 2 away from 200. I thought he was going to get it on the road, which, it's always nice to have a guy hit a milestone at home in front of the great Met fans. Yeah. Hit the 1 home run in San Fran.
It's a bummer we don't have tickets anymore. Because that's the kind of that's the kind of thing that I would start going to every single game I could to buy a ticket stub to have.
Oh, like physical tickets, you mean? Yeah. Well, Pete, 1 homer shy of 200 as the Mets come home for a 7-game homestand, and
I hope he does it Friday, but it would be pretty cool in a City Connect jersey on Saturday.
It would be. Also, he has just crushed the Cubs in his career.
But Friday under the lights.
Friday under the lights would be cool.
Friday under the lights with a nice little light show would be cool.
That would be cool. Give him a curtain call when he does it.
Yeah.
Give him a curtain call.
200 career home run. Let's do a curtain call. Thank you guys for listening. Subscribe on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Listen on YouTube. Please rate, review. Give us those 5 stars. Leave a comment. Tell us what you want to hear more of. And
do you like our new setting today? Piazza Club.
Piazza Club, yeah. This is if you're in the 300s level. You could always come back here. You got Prince Street Pizza over here.
You get a nice pastrami on rye.
Yeah, which is that's a nice little thing to have from the control.
Oh, 100%. Also, next episode, which is going to be on Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a challenge for you, but I'm not going to spoil it. You're going to have to wait till then to find out. I'm not going to tell you off camera.
Is it for the following week?
Oh, it certainly is.
I already know what it is.
Okay.
All right. We will see you guys on Sunday. Well, we'll record this Sunday. We'll see you Monday morning, and thanks for meeting us at the Apple.
Let's go Mets, baby.